Professor Norman,
How's it, Maura?
it's good to have you on my interview channel.
Thanks for the invitation.
Pleasure. So my first question is related to your huge various of experiences of working on big firms and companies. So I know that you were the general manager once in Adidas. And could you please share your experiences of what you gained from all this big firm?
Sure. I mean, eventually I became a general manager at Adidas, but it didn't start there. Started here. Started here at Clark University, where I received a BA and an MBA. And my first job out of Clark was to play professional basketball in Israel. So I moved to Israel after getting my MBA. And while I was in Israel, I was very fortunate to interview and get the job to be the head of marketing for Adidas in Israel. My career with Adidas went over 20 years, and it was an amazing experience. It was all involved marketing in different roles in different countries. And I had a chance to live in 6 different countries for Adidas. I started in Israel, moved to Germany, then moved to Spain, then back to Germany and to the US, then moved to the Netherlands, then back to the US, then to Greece, and then back to the US again. So it was a wild ride. It all started here at Clark, which gave me the chance to get a job at a place like Adidas. And now I came back to Clark to teach marketing to you, to help people get into a company like that, to give them the lessons they need and the skills they need and the confidence to get into a company like Adidas or Nike or Amazon or Apple, some of the best companies in the world.
For sure. So you think because marketing is by the way, is our topic today, that we mainly focus on the words marketing. So do you think working for a big firm in terms of marketing is better than working for a smaller type of company of getting this experience?
Yeah, that's a great question. There is no right answer to that. There's benefits to both. But I think here in Boston is one of the top 5 cities in the world for startup companies. And there's a lot of great startup companies that are looking for college students to come in and start either as an intern or a full-time employee to help them grow their business. And if you're working for a startup company, you have a chance to learn everything at once.
Yeah.
You have to do all the small tasks. You have to do, you could be asked to do things that you wouldn't have a chance to do in a bigger company. So working for a startup company, and I advise a company called Slate Milk, which is a Boston-based lactose-free chocolate milk company, which is amazing. They were guest speakers in my class this year, and they were on Shark Tank, and that has been a great experience for me to work with some dynamic, young, energetic people in their startup company. But on the other side, if you're working for a big company like Adidas or Nike or Amazon, those companies have a lot of resources, and you're able to maybe do more things. And there's a lot of different areas of the company you work in. You can work in marketing, you can work in sales, you can work in operations, finance, accounting. You can work in basically everything. So it doesn't matter what you major in here at Clark or at a different university. A big company has more options. To use mine as an example is marketing to you, is that I try to bring in guest speakers from all different industries, and like the president of the Boston Celtics or the CMO of TikTok, or relevant companies to the college audience, to help college students prepare to land an internship or job. So it could be everything from working on your resume to how you present yourself to building your confidence as a speaker, as a writer. So all these different things in that class will hopefully give these students an advantage against people from maybe a Harvard or a Princeton. And it's worked so far because a lot of the students in our class have landed really big time jobs in the NBA or at LinkedIn or other companies like that.
Interesting. So my next question is what makes you to come back to Clark and start to teach at the university?
Teaching, it really goes, there's 2 reasons. Number one is that I want to give back to Clark. Clark gave a lot to me, and I want to help students land internships and jobs. That's the main purpose of me doing this. On the personal side, I always want to create and write and improve myself. So as I'm teaching students how to become better writers and speakers, I'm also learning from them, and it's helping me stay relevant to what's hot in pop culture, what's new in marketing, because when I teach this class, I usually prepare the lesson plan 24 hours in advance or 48 hours in advance at the most. So whatever's new in politics, whatever's new in pop culture, whatever's new in music, because every class or every episode, this is what I call my classes, every episode has a full soundtrack, full music soundtrack. So I need to stay fresh with what's new, exciting, and the students help me do that.
Oh, interesting. Episode. I like that. I like that word.
Seasons and episodes. That's just like it is on Netflix.
Oh, like season 4 means the 4th years.
I've had 4 years, so it's been season 4. This year was season 4 with 7 episodes, and that's how it's always listed.
Interesting. So season 3 last year, season 2 2 years ago.
Correct.
Season 1 you just started.
Correct.
Oh, interesting. never heard of like season is the.
But listen, I'm trying to speak in the language of what college students understand.
So, definitely. I mean,
college students are just like me. We watch Netflix and Apple Plus and all these things, and seasons and episodes makes sense. But also, I don't follow a traditional school or class way of doing things. There is no textbook. I'm not writing on a chalkboard. It's a little bit different.
I wish you're my professor. Oh my gosh.
You were too late to sign up. Why were you so late?
I don't know. That's
90 seconds it filled up. You had 90 seconds to sign up. But if I teach it again, I want you there.
Me too.
I'm not going to be easy on you because you're interviewing me right now. I'm going to be tough on you.
That's good. I'm
preparing you. You said you want to maybe get into marketing. I'm preparing you for the next step. And I really do believe in this course, the things that students will do. For example, I'll give them a business project to do in class. And they have 30 minutes to work with a team, and there are new team members every single episode. So they meet their 4 or 5 teammates. They have 30 minutes to understand the topic and the problem or the challenge at hand. And they have to build a presentation to present back to the class for a 3-minute presentation. Now, in the real world, you're not going to get 30 minutes to make a 3-minute presentation with a team you don't even know. So in the course, it's challenging, it's fun, but it's relevant because these are the skills you need to succeed and thrive in the business world.
Definitely. I mean, that's how marketing works. So how do you define the words marketing? Because this is a general words, but like, how do you define to yourself right here?
Well, listen, there's a textbook way of looking at marketing, which are the 4 P's of marketing: there's price, there's product, there's placement, promotion. Okay, that's just the fundamental cores of what marketing is and how you can reach your consumer. I look at marketing as being demand creation. How do you create demand for a product, for a service, or for yourself? And that's why the class is called Marketing to You, because college students are a very important demographic. Everybody wants to reach them. It's from that age of, say, 17, senior in high school, to 23, 24. That's, if you can win these consumers at that time, you can have them for life. So demand creation on the personal side, in the Marketing to You course, for example, is that I'm trying to teach these college students how to market themselves to companies. Instead of, if you have a resume which looks like everybody else's resume and is built like everybody else, it's tough to compete against thousands of other applicants. So how do you build a story? How do you become a better storyteller for yourself and market yourself to these companies to get that first opportunity? Because once you get your foot in the door, then you're all set. So the demand creation part of marketing is, how do you create demand for a product, service, or yourself? My class is really helping teach how you market yourself.
Interesting. Like, I think creating a demand is like, have you watched the movie The Wolf of Wall Street before?
Of course.
Jordan Belfort?
Yeah.
Sell me this pen.
Sell me this pen.
Before we even get to the marketing, in every episode, we talk about target consumer. You have to know what is the overall market for your product or service. What is the opportunity at hand? And then you figure out, okay, that pen, for example, we're creating a pen that is for college students. So now you think of, okay, the demographics are the age and the sex and the income, all the things that, are the basics. We're looking after college students, that they have mid-income to above income, if that's what it is. And college students, they have lower income because they don't have a lot of money here. Like, race, I mean, all these different part of the demographics, but you also have other aspects like psychographics and behaviors and even geography. What part of the state are they from, or what country are they from? And all these different ways to define who that consumer is. And once you define who that consumer is, it really is helpful because you may not have a lot of money or time or effort to reach them, which is the marketing side of it. But if you can identify that core target consumer, it makes life a little bit easier. And then when it comes to the marketing, it's like the pen. The pen is, okay, what color is it? What shape is it? Is it environmentally friendly? It's like all these different aspects. Product is king. Product is queen. Product is the most important thing if you're going to market your class. But then after that, okay, you got this great product. You got to price it right. So if you know what your competition's doing, maybe the pen is the most premium pen ever and you can charge $1,000. Or if you want to make sure that it's priced towards an audience that doesn't have as much money, maybe you charge $1 for it or $5 for it. So you have your product and now you have your price. And then your promotion is how you're going to market it. And when I was studying marketing here at Clark, there wasn't social media, so you couldn't think of what is your Twitter strategy or your Instagram strategy. How do you work with micro-influencers like your friends on social media to help spread the word? That wasn't around at the time. But nowadays, this is important to how you use your friends and maybe potentially a macro influencer like a Kardashian or a LeBron James or whatever, like to help if you can afford that. So that's the promotion. And then the last is placement, which is distribution, like where you're going to sell it. You're going to create your own website. You're going to sell it on Amazon. You're going to build a store here in Worcester, Maine South, that just sells pens. How are you going to package it? So like all those things, those 4 pieces of marketing are critical to the success of what you're trying to do.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that's like a huge process, like 1, 2nd, 3rd, last, that kind of thing,
And it's all integrated. So like you could have the best product in the world, but if you're targeting college students, which may not have as much money as maybe somebody who's in their 30s or 40s, and you charge $1,000, you're probably not going to sell very many.
Yeah.
So it all goes together, all 4 pieces of marketing.
So let's say if I messed up one part, so the next part may be like affected too, right?
Maybe having a perfect strategy. Sometimes you have to try and fail a few times.
Trial and error.
Yeah, trial and error. Because if you price something at $100, it doesn't work, and you do some market research and figure out that, wait a sec, this is all I'm hearing from my target consumers is that it's too expensive. Then maybe you can reduce the price, and maybe you can reduce other parts. Maybe don't market as much, so you don't have as much expense. You have to tweak it a bit. And startup companies will try and fail and pivot and change and then figure out what's right. I mean, I know that Slate Milk, for example, they went on Shark Tank, and the first iteration or first flavor of their milk wasn't a huge success, but they kept improving and tweaking. And their line is their product's never done. They always want to see, is there a new flavor to add? Is the packaging right? Should we do it with less calories and less sugar or whatever it is? They have to keep perfecting it because the audience is very fickle. They move on fast if something new comes to the market. So that's what Slate does.
Oh, Slate Milk,
You should try it, man. Do you like chocolate milk?
I like it.
Then try it. And you say you're a tennis player.
Yes.
This is 20 grams of protein. There's no added sugar. So
it's pretty healthy.
It helps you recover. Absolutely.
So you can buy right around
here? You can buy it in a lot of the different places right now. Whole Foods is one, but there's a lot of other supermarkets that have it as well.
Oh, they're in Whole Foods?
They are.
Oh, then there's like high quality.
Well, it's high quality, but it's also in other places like Publix and other different.
Oh, got you. Okay, so this is kind of like the end up question, like kind of wrapped up everything that we just said. But what kind of suggestion or advices you can give to the college student, high school student, follow-up groups and so forth, to get into the marketing world?
Well, Alza Moore, listen, I told you this before the interview started. You need to be quicker on the button and get into my class. I don't know why you're not taking my class, man. You're first-year student here. It's your fault.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to help you. Okay, I want you on my team.
Please.
Okay, but be quicker. But if you're not here at Clark, yes, you can take a lot of marketing classes at your universities and college. That's expected. But landing an internship in any way possible, especially right when you get to college, is critical. My first one was down the street at WXLO, which is a radio station. I was writing comedy for the morning show. I had a great mentor who taught me a lot about sales and marketing. it's invaluable because a lot of the lessons you learn in university, they're all important, but what you can learn on the job in a real workplace, in an internship or a job, is going to help you even more, and it gives you real experience. So I think it's good to have a mix of both. And here at Clark, there's an entrepreneurship and innovation program which helps you create your own company from scratch. Another great thing, because you can create your own brand or company, learn how to build this whole social media audience around that, like Noah is doing with the Umpire channel. So there's a mix of things. You can start your own company here. You can get an internship or a job at a local company and take a course load. But it's really a combination of all those things.
Oh my gosh. In the world right now, that when TikTok and Instagram has become to like a huge thing, that to be honest, like marketing has become to a digital thing right now.
Sure.
And then that's kind of like, because I think in your age of period, it's like more like in person, right? And right now it's more like digital. So
I'm so happy that you said "in your age" with the quotations.
that's why I laughed. Right? Because I don't want to be like,
dude, you're so old. You don't even know TikTok, Instagram.
Thank you guys for watching this. Please subscribe our interview channel, Elsmore's Exploring Time, and appreciate it.
Elsmore. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Yep.